I am grateful to you, and I want to share with you a message. I have got a message on my heart that I feel like needs to go forth for others to benefit from this message. And this message is faith, it's hope, it's love. Currently, people are suffering unduly in this world, in this matrix, in this hell that we're currently living in. And you do not have to suffer, in my opinion. Most of this, after we awaken, this is self-inflicted suffering that is currently happening here in this world. This is a toxic, parasitic world. Please know this. Poisons everywhere. Poisons in the food, poisons in the water, poisons in the air. And most souls are connected to this, which is the reason why their vibrations are low and the reason why sickness and disease manifest in the first place. It's not a matter of when you will get sick and get cancer. It's a matter of, not a matter of if you will get cancer. It's a matter of when. Because this will occur if you continue down this path of low vibrations. Sickness and disease will manifest. Please know that this is just a simple result of inflammation. The body's inflamed. Temple on fire. This was my story. I was poisoned from the very beginning. Upon arrival, I was vaccinated. Please know that these are locking the body down with heavy metals and poisons. What fuels the trillion of cells in our electric body are live vibrational amino acids. This is the only thing. Nothing else. Nothing else will provide nourishment. Everything else is dead enzymes. And see, this is the reason why you're sick. This is the reason why I was sick. I was very, very inflamed. I had consumed poisonous food for many, many years. When you begin to detoxify, you can't expect all of this just to go away overnight. Advanced healing takes time. You have poisoned the body for far too many years. There's layers and layers of sludge and putrefaction and parasites in the colon, in the bowels, in the liver, all up and down the spine, and even infesting the brain. Most people don't think clearly in this world today because of a parasitic condition. Parasites got people locked down in a hypnotic trance under a spell of darkness, dark energy, fear, worry, chaos, confusion. Turn on the television, this was all you will find. That's a vision that's going to tell you some lies. That's what the television is. It's a programming tool to keep you asleep. Everything is working against us to keep us inactivated and asleep. The word chakra simply is a Sanskrit word for wheel or vortex. We've got 13 major vortexes within the temple. We've actually got many, many more than that if you really get into the nitty-gritty of it, because there's one for every pressure point of the hands and the feet. See, all of these have to be balanced within the body for an awakening and an activation to occur. I'm talking about when the pineal gland is secreting high. This is the activation of the light body within the temple. This is simply these vortex points awakening like a flower petal opening up, helping to balance the other energy throughout the body. Many people are locked down currently in this world because of a root and sacral lockdown. They're in fear. This is a good indication for where you are currently at. Just close your eyes for a minute and think about your day. Try to silence the mind. Let the thoughts come, and then acknowledge them, recognize them, and then let them go. Let the energy flow. Just listen to my voice and try your best to silence the noise, the chaos, the confusion. See, it's very, very difficult to do this. You may try to do it for a few minutes and discover. Pause this video if you need to. I really want you to try to do this. I want you to try to clear thought, and it's very difficult to do. See, people are in fear, they're in worry, they're thinking always something on the mind. This is a lockdown of our energy here. This is a low vibration. When you awaken and you activate, you discover that pretty much anything is possible. When the pineal and the energy, this electromagnetic energy auric field that's around the human body, this Merkaba, when this activates, this is the Christ consciousness within. This is the universe consciousness within. This is the nature consciousness within. All living things have this energy. And when this awakens, miracles can happen. You're suffering now because at this point, now that you're listening to this information and you're not tuning it out, most of the time people will tune out a message like this because of a parasitic condition, because I'm going to be speaking a lot of truths. I've lost many subscribers, but I've gained many, many more simply because I'm going to be sharing some truths. A lot of people will have subscribed just thinking that I'm all about frankincense and the black cumin seed oil, which are quite miraculous, I might add, and I will continue doing videos such as that because I love to share that information. But this channel is going to be so much more than that, because we're going to take this journey together. You're going to work to rid your parasites. When this happens, the veil literally starts to lift, and this can be excruciating for people if they don't know what they're getting into. Please know this. Advanced healing and flooding the trillion of cells with live enzymes from after years and years of poisons and toxins can be quite horrific when we don't learn to silence the mind. The body has been fed poisons and consumed poisons for far too long. I had consumed poisons for 20 years and been vaccinated, multiple hundreds of times probably. Children are vaccinated many, many times at birth and then shortly thereafter, and you have to ask yourself why this is. Why do they put sodium fluoride in the water, this rat poison water? The sole purpose of that is to calcify the pineal gland. It's a byproduct of the toxins that they use to infuse the soil of the toxic food that they make, this genetically modified food. This is a byproduct of this, and they're putting it in the water and they're telling us it's good for our teeth. Other countries are completely awake to this. It's time for us to awaken as well. When the veil starts to lift, you wake up to the fact that much of what we are shown currently, it's not real. This is the reason why I challenge you when you're detoxifying the body to turn off as much noise as you can. Turn the television off. It's only telling you a lie, and it's keeping you in fear and worry. It's very distracting. People oftentimes will say they're watching the television for comfort and just to relax, but I'm telling you that this is not true relaxation. True relaxation is being in harmony with the birds and the bees and the butterflies and the trees. True harmony is having your shoes off and being connected with the soil, the earth. The Schumann resonance for years was known to be 7.83 hertz frequency vibration, and this is discovered that this is increasing, and you have to ask yourself why. The sun is more active. There's a direct connection with the sun and the earth. This is also the same connection that we have within our body, within our temple. There's a connection with the sun and the phytonutrients in the divine fruits and vegetables that grow forth from the earth. To heal our conditions, we need to all become farmers and work this soil and be connected with this soil. And when a mass awakening occurs, people will all become farmers. And then we simply trade these divine phytonutrients that we grow ourselves with others. I'm going to grow the turmeric and the ginger. The turmeric will rock your world with vibrations, and the ginger with his gingerols, when you really press into as you're detoxifying your body, this is what I had to do. I juiced pretty extreme, actually. I was on pretty much just a 49-day juice live nutrient feast. But it took about 49 days before I had my first breakthrough, because my body was toxic. And during that time, I was also coffee enema. I was doing coffee enemas. Very beneficial with the green coffee bean, one that's not roasted or burned. See, we've got to rid the sludge in the colon. We've got to eliminate some of this putrefaction and the layers and layers of calcification and parasites that are within our colon. There's that same energy that connects the sun to the earth is connecting your colon with every other part in the body, just like that flower of life right there. Everything is interconnected. When the pineal is in high secretions, it secretes from the top, the crown, all the way to the feet, and it pushes this divine energy out. This is a visible energy force field around the body. Please know this. When I woke up, I could see this energy field. You can see this energy field, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The fact that most of the world thinks that this is invisible is going to show you that the masses are asleep in a deep, deep slumber. No ascension will happen in these vibrations. And we need to get to a point where our vibrations are connected with this divine energy. Love. Love is the highest vibration. Creator source, God. This energy will set your soul free. You will discover that much of what we are taught and shown, it's all so silly. Why could we not all become farmers? Why could we not share the land here that is currently on where our vessel is? Why can we not share this land? There's plenty of land here on earth. The Queen herself owns 660 million acres. A few other families own a majority of the rest of the earth, and this could be shared. This could be shared. We could farm this. We could grow hemp. Hemp would help harmonize the planet because it would help to reduce radiation from the air. Why do you think that they make it illegal? It's fiercely, fiercely high vibratory when you juice it, when you consume it in its raw form. There's not much that it won't do for you. It hits different receptors in the body, these cannabinoid receptors that will rocket your vibrations to the stars. That's what these divine phytonutrients do. That's what we were provided with organically. And we need to go back to this to heal the body. All of this farming, all of this agricultural stuff that's currently raping the earth. By the way, these nutrients are deficient. Our fruits and vegetables today, compared to what they were originally, are vastly, vastly inferior because of all of this, all of the way the soil is being farmed. The earth is being farmed. People need to It's not being farmed, that's just it, because when you farm it, you actually connect with the soil and the sun, and you get in harmony with all of it, and you discover that everything is going to grow where it needs to grow. That's the way it was structured originally here in this Garden of Eden. And we have defiled this planet for so long that this land, I won't say planet, because, much of what people think regarding that, they're very asleep to that as well. I mean, if you think that we're on a globe spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, you probably need to do some research, because we're not moving. The ancient texts told us this. It's time to awaken to this. We've been lied to on every front about everything, including how we're supposed to eat. You get sick today, you go to the doctor, they're going to prescribe you an antibiotic. This antibiotic is going to kill all of your flora, and it's also going to further lock down the liver. All of these contain poisons and chemicals. These are not natural. Research what the word pharmacology, pharmaceuticals stems from, because this is sorcery, this is witchcraft, this is trickery. Specifically, trickery is what it means. They're tricking you. They're using this divine energy. And notice on the medical symbol, what do you see on there? You see a serpent. You see a snake. Why do you think that they do this? See, it's a mockery of the energy that we have within the temple. That is this Merkaba energy, that is this sacred, blissful energy. This is the prana, the life force, the chi, this is the oneness. And everything is structured to work against us here. This is the reason I was sick. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis quite young, and I simply did not receive this condition. Don't receive that. They're going to want to put a label on whatever your sickness or disease is. They will. And I know that some of these are very, very real. Please know this. I'm not saying they aren't. Because I do think people are suffering from some horrendous Lyme and Morgellons, and I'm familiar with all of this. I try to assist people that are inflicted with these atrocious ailments heal their body, and that's what occurs in the presence of live vibrational amino acids. The phytonutrients will take care of you, and I cannot stress that enough, that if you are sick, you have got to press into the live vibrational foods. If we all had electromagnetic cameras like the Kirlian photography, we would take a picture of the purple carrot, for example, and this is going to light up like the sun. Everything has this auric energy field radiating out from it. And much of our food today is so nutrient deficient, simply organic. Most of the organic is not even truly organic. Let me explain what I mean by that. Did you know that you can't buy a organic carrot a baby carrot at the store? All of the baby carrots have been soaked in a chlorine solution, even the organic ones. And carrots don't grow that way organically. They've been hybridized to grow that way. The carrot originally was like purple, indigo, a violet. And you research the history of the carrot, and you discover that they just grew wild in certain places, and they would just be certain colors. I think that the original one was purple, but I could be wrong. But it's purple or indigo or violet, or it's a color that is not the typical orange, and I'm not knocking the orange ones. I love carrots are healing on every level, but originally here in this Garden of Eden they were on a whole different level healing, because when with the hundreds of phytonutrient components that are within this work synergistically within one another. This is the same connection that the sun has with the earth, the same connection that our colon has with our skin. Your skin is broken out now, or psoriasis or eczema or dry skin or flaky skin or dandruff. This is a imbalance within the body. That's all it is. It's a toxic colon. Our colons are extremely toxic. My colon was extremely toxic. You would be amazed at the stuff that will come out of you when you begin to clean the colon. And this is the reason why I love the coffee enemas, because it's a green coffee bean, one that's not roasted or burned. It stimulates a master glutathione transferase in the body, a master antioxidant, a precursor for superoxide dismutase, which when ran properly in the body is a free radical scavenger, toxin eliminator. This is what we need to start to rid some of this horrific inflictions that have been brought upon us. The air is toxic. Things have been engineered to hurt us. These ticks have been engineered to bite and to hurt and to inflict, and we've got to really work to rid some of these conditions, and you can't do it without the presence of live vibrational amino acids in abundance. You're sick, you've got to the only way to do it is to get a fully masticating juicer. The phytonutrients are precious in each one of these. The light in the air affects the vibrations. The world wants to get real violent with things like the wild carrot and extract them using heat and high speeds, and this destroys some of the phytonutrient components that are within the fruits and the vegetables. See, we need to go back organic, and we need to consume the whole fruit and the whole vegetable. The natural quinine that is in the grapefruit will rock your vibrations. It will help to detoxify. It will help to decalcify. Fiercely potent if you just run the rind and the peel of the grapefruit for a fully masticating juicer and extract every single drop out. And you can bottle this, you can diffuse this, you can apply this, you can encapsulate. I encapsulate that oftentimes with vitamin C. I will juice the peels of the lemons, the limes, the oranges, and extract the vitamin C. Our body does not naturally produce vitamin C. If you're sick and you're detoxifying, you've got to increase your intake of vitamin C. We're deficient in key nutrients here. We're deficient in vitamin D, which the sun provides. We're deficient in potassium, magnesium. We're deficient in key nutrients because the body is not nourished, because we've been consuming food that has no vibrations. The same camera that can take the picture of the organic carrot or the ginger, for example, will take a picture of the same thing cooked, and you will discover that it's a completely different energetic auric field around the fruit or vegetable or root or whatever the herb is. And this is because the heat, too much heat, and see, the world wants to process even supplements, even dried organic powders that you're buying, thinking that these are healthy. You're getting a dried turmeric that has been heated to such a degree that the curcuminoids are no longer active in the rhizome. Most turmeric is processed at such a heat, because please know that it's only 2 to 4% curcumin in the first place. And see, this is what we need. We need an abundance of the curcumin, and we need it to stay active longer in the body and disperse. We're not consuming our turmeric correctly. That root combined with ginger and black pepper will take your healing to a whole nother level, and I can't stress that enough. If you want to speed this process up, begin juicing with the basic juice blend as outlined on this channel: apple, carrot, lemon, ginger, beet. Start with a fourth of the beet and then work up to the full beet with the beet grains, and then quickly thereafter because the beet's going to help dump the toxins from the liver, the colon, purify the blood. The beet will do it all. So juice the beet with the beet greens intact, and you're ready at this point to begin detoxifying other areas of your body after you've done that for a few days. We want to juice the sweeter things in the beginning, and then we want to get heavy into the alkalizing greens. You say, well, I don't really like greens. I don't really have I got a sweet tooth and I don't have a taste for divine vegetables. Well, I'm going to tell you to detoxify and to do this juice blend for a few days. Press into it. If you get a little hungry, juice another juice, and you're going to find that this is going to satisfy just about every need that you have in your body, because your cells are lacking nourishment. That's all. You're craving things now that you're not getting, and you're feeding your body everything that you don't need to be feeding it, and it's poisoning the body. There's no shades of gray with healing. When we truly awaken at the soul level, we wake up to these vibrations being dead in the world. You can literally see that these things don't have this energy auric field around them. They're dead. Cooked food, processed food, radiated food, pasteurized food, genetically modified food, this is all dead food. Dead enzymes, no auric field energy around this whatsoever, and you're expecting this to in turn increase your vibrations, and this is not going to happen. This is further keeping souls locked down. I don't care how awake somebody says that they are. If they consume dead vibrations, they're not awake. Because we should not be consuming, the last secretion that an animal secretes before it is slaughtered. This is fear, and this is tainting the meat, and it's lowering our vibrations. You say, well, I don't cook my meat, I eat it raw. Well, I'm telling you that we're still stopping a heartbeat for our food, and this is not in harmony with the universal laws of love. We are to love everything. The earth gives us these divine things organically, and we have raped the earth so much to a point where even our organic things are nutrient deficient, and they have sweetened up all of our fruits and vegetables over the years. Most every fruit and vegetable today is somewhat hybridized, meaning they've combined a couple of different organic seeds together to make some breed of sweeter things, and they've hybridized them at such a degree where all of our fruits and our vegetables are super, super sweet. And this is the reason why we need to go back and become farmers, because this is not natural. Many of the hundreds of phytonutrient components are not balanced at this point in some of these hybridized fruits, and you can tell a difference when you fully detoxify, because you really want to steer clear of a lot of the sweeter type things. Let me give you an example. Taste a wild organic apple from a tree that has been there for years and years, and then compare it with one that's store-bought, and you'll find that these store-bought apples are vastly sweeter. Loaded with sugar, some of these fruits are, and when we're just consuming this in abundance, this sweeter type sugars, see, the body is craving sugar now because there's a parasitic condition. You've got a sweet tooth now, you've got a sweet tooth for starches or comfort food. Everybody's addicted to comfort food. And this is dead food. This is lowering your vibrations. Mother Nature didn't provide this organically, and the reason that you continue to go back to it is because of this parasitic condition. This is going to keep you asleep unless you start to wake. It really is. I mean, we've got to turn from our old ways, and what we were taught about food was not accurate. That's my point with some of this. And this, I'm just going to flow and ramble in this video. I don't have any specific thing I'm going to discuss. I was sitting down to make the turmeric video, and I'm going to do 3 or 4 on that, discussing how the curcuminoids work within the body. Because to make that a little bit more active, we have to combine it with ginger. We have to combine it with black pepper. The piperine and the black pepper help the curcuminoids and the rhizome of the curcumin stay active in the body longer. more healing can occur. When you get serious with the basic juice blend and then you step it up and you're including more of the ginger and the turmeric, this is really when healing starts to kick in. I'm not joking with this. If you will make your own oil of the turmeric and put it in coconut oil, warming it to a point not over 104, 105, anything over 104 or 105 on any herb, even an essential oil extraction, is killing, destroying phytonutrient components within the essence of the plant, with the essence of the flower, the vegetable, the root. Whatever it is, if this heat, these enzymes in this are precious. We're not fully benefiting from these because we're not awake to how they work. They have the same connection that I'm referring to as in the human body, and we have to treat this with respect and with love, and we have to really press into this to heal our body. The ginger and the turmeric combined with the black pepper will rocket your star, and juice a lemon before, a lemon ginger apple before, 20-30 minutes before, and then hit it with the turmeric, and then apply the oil too that you've just made yourself. I'm going to do a video where I talk about how we can just make this ourselves. I have a slate board down there, and I just grate the turmeric back and forth and spraying it. I spray it down with this solution. It's just shungite infused water, and I spray it down and I just rub it back and forth, and you can extract your own oil. And this oil, when you warm it below 104, just on a very low setting on the stove, combined with coconut oil, put some black pepper, either grind up some black pepper corns and put inside that, or just use the essential oil. Sometimes I do both. And then I usually put other things in mine, but this would be all you would need. This is the basic oil blend, and you can apply this wherever you have pain or inflammation or fungal conditions, and the turmeric is going to take care of you. It really will. It grows in small spaces inside pots. I usually have some myself, but I'm going through so much of it that I have ran out. So I've resorted to using a powdered form. Always buy in a glass jar, and please know that as soon as you buy this, that this is subjected to the light and the air. These phytonutrients are precious. This is my point with all of this, and this is what I'm going to try to educate about on the channel. Here's two. That's organic, and I've got a lot of organic turmeric. I never run out. I've got backup after backup, and I grow my own too. I just run through it quite frequently, so I don't have any ready right now. I do have some growing though, but it's just not ready to be harvested. But you can tell that these are two different shades because one has been in the light a little bit more, and so it starts to lose some of the vital components at this point. If the company that's made it has heated it to any degree above 104 or 105, it starts to destroy some of these components. I'm not a big fan of a lot of heating. There are some benefits to heating certain things, like the chaga and the certain other things that we, the wolfberry, the goji berry will help to decalcify your pineal gland if you'll heat it and make a tea and drink this before bed. This will really help to increase the melatonin production. We need more melatonin so we can increase our serotonin so that we can start to feel better. The hormones in the body need to balance. Everything needs to be in harmony. We need to begin to do this very gently and we need to do this fast. It's getting very, very dark currently in this world that we're living in with all of the fear and the chaos, and that's kind of how I started this. And it's getting to a point where we're doing some irreversible damage to the earth and the soil and the water. I mean, in my opinion, nothing is irreversible completely, but it's getting to a point where everything is just saturated with toxins. And see, we've got to stop this madness. We've got to stop the spraying of the poisons in the air that's raining down on us. We have to stop poisoning our water, and we have to stop cutting down our trees. Within those trees grow in communities, and within the community is the divine medicinals that grow forth from the community. And these, when we get back into harmony with this, is how we can heal and cure every single condition that we've got, because the earth has always provided all that we need to heal our body. The things like the shaga and the ginger and the turmeric, these will take care of you. Turmeric is the king of the jungle in phytonutrients, and I'm going to do 4 or 5 videos specifically on that and how we can make that more bioavailable to the body. You're not absorbing anything currently that you're taking, even supplement-wise, because your body is toxic. There's layers and layers of sludge within the colon. There was on me. There was on me. I had parasites, not so much in my gut, but I had them going up and down my spine, and I had them going into my leg. It was basically attached to a, well, I won't get into the specifics of all of that, but it was stemming from a locked down root and sacred energy in the body. I was very much in the 3 dimension. I was not activated or awakened as far as these vibrational vortex energy points being in balance, because there was nothing in balance in my body. I was living in the dark world. I was living where most of 99% of the population currently today is living in this parasitic state. They're around other souls that resonate on the same frequencies, and some horrific things manifest when this occurs. And within your own body, I might add, everyone currently is aging themselves and they don't even realize it. You're aging yourself just by the people that you hang around that emit and ooze parasites and low vibrations, and we've got to awaken to this. When you detoxify and some of the veil starts to get lifted, you become awakened to these vibrations literally from the auric field that's around the human body, and you'll find that this is not good around many, many souls. I challenge you to uplift this veil and decalcify the pineal gland, get it in high secretion, and retain the oil within the temple, and you will begin to see this energy field around living things. You will. This is nothing special. The fact that I can do this, it's nothing special, and it's most of the time on souls, it's not something pleasant. And see, when you're in the vibration of love, this transmutes this low vibrations into high ones instantly. Love will set you free. No one knows love currently because they don't love themselves. You have to know yourself first to have love, and to know yourself, you have to detoxify the body. You have to get connected with the soil, with the sun, with the birds, the bees, the butterflies, the trees. You have to be in harmony with all of this. This is the reason why you're sick. Not you that's listening to this video, but the whole world is. If you've stayed tuned in this long, I want to congratulate you, because I know I'm rambling, and I feel like I took you down a rabbit hole there, but I'm just going to flow. See, when I sit down to make these videos, I just have to flow with what's on my heart at the time, and sometimes there is a method to what I do, because I will do specific research on many things. I mean, most of my videos are about researched herbs, because that's what I love to do in my spare time. I love to research these herbs, but please know that that's not what my focus is now. I'm not really doing intense research on a lot of herbs and medicinals, because I need to silence my mind as well. We have to disconnect from all of the chaos and the confusion that keeps us distracted. But yes, that is a hobby of mine, is researching herbs, and I love it because they're so healing, they're so medicinal, they're so vibratory that they will take care of whatever you need them to take care of. the garlic, the grapefruit, the ginger, the turmeric, the dandelion, the watercress, the rainbow Swiss chard. I juiced rainbow Swiss chard before this video, so I'm loaded with superoxide dismutase right now, and I'm in high vibrations. I love these. I love what the lemon can do for me. The oil of that peel, you start extracting that, encapsulating that in a coconut oil veggie capsule, taking it a few times a day. All of the vitamin C that we're taking currently is not bioavailable to the body. It's dead C. Dead C. So how do you think this is going to increase your vibrations? It's not. So just go back and extract the peel, the oil from the rind and the peel, and get all of that oil out, and then take this as a supplement. Apply this as a healing elixir to your dermal layer. These essential oil vibrations processed correctly will instantly work to balance the energy. They penetrate the skin instantaneously, and they go right to work for your body. That's what the phytonutrients do, and this is the reason why I'm so passionate about them. And so this channel, more than anything, is going to be about essential oils, plant essences processed correctly, and what they can do for you, because this is my passion, and I want to share this with the whole world. But I am so much more than that, because we each are, because we are not meant to be, our souls were not meant to be enslaved upon arrival here, and we've been enslaved and in darkness ever since. And when the veil truly gets lifted for the masses, we'll all go back and become farmers. We'll share the land. We'll make things with our hands. We'll trade these back and forth with one another. We will have no need for a monetary system of enslavement. We will have no need for being born into a corporation and traded as a commodity. Most of the people that think they own land in the United States, they just have a deed. They don't own this outright. No one owns hardly anything outright, because they're just a few families that own this stuff, guys. It's time to wake up to this. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy person, I'm a factual research person. Research some of the facts that I'm referring to in this video, and you'll awaken to just how deep the rabbit hole goes here in this world. I mean, the music that you listen to, most of the tuning got changed in the late 30s, early 40s, from a standard sacred geometrical tune, which is 4/3/2, which is how it flows in the Tree of Life, to a 4/4/0. All music today, music was bastardized years ago, and this is not a healing frequency. And see, when the veil gets lifted for you, you'll discover that this music is just atrocious to the ears. It's atrocious to the vibrations. I can't hardly stand to be around 4/4/0 hertz music. This is a military frequency of chaos and confusion. Standard tuning of A does not compute out to this frequency, and this is messing with your vibrations. The world is enslaved and entranced from the music. The darkness operates through the air. The Prince of Darkness, whatever you want to call it, this is an energy, and it's dark. It's dark. It's demonic. People want to say that I'm demonic because I talk about astral projections and out-of-body experiences and lucid dreamings and auric energy fields, and this is the complete opposite. The entire world is, in my opinion, because I can see a lot of this, is dark. I can see this auric field, and it's dark, it's hazy, it's murky, we've got walking zombies. It's a zombie apocalypse. The parasites are so infested into the temple that you don't get above that root, that base energy. The serpent, the sacred serpent, the Kundalini. People that don't know what I'm referring to will think that I'm referring to something new agey, and I'm not. I'm referring to the sacred energy that's within the temple. Research this. This is nothing dark and nothing demonic. This is a divine energy that flows forth from the base all the way to the crown. Same energy that's in the sun. Same energy that was in Jesus Christ. He was attuned to these frequencies and this vibration. His vibrational vortex, his organism was activated. His Merkaba was activated. The biomagnetic energy fields that our hands emit and radiate, that you can literally see, the halo around the crown that you can see. The energy channels open and flowing. They open up like a flower, like the lotus. The lotus opens up when the sun comes up, closes when the sun is no longer visible. And they're in the rhythmic pattern. When we get in rhythmic pattern of the earth, the sun, this is when we begin to get into harmony with all of it. We get in the oneness with the universe. And the veil will get lifted for you. And I'm going to try to do some videos where I talk about various things that you may experience. And this is just one of them, because you will experience horrific things. You'll discover that much of what you were told and taught and shown has all been lies. History, as written in the textbooks, this is fictitious history. A world war occurred with the rape and the slaughter of the native people that were here and lived in harmony with the land. And that's when white man poisoned, raped, pillaged, toxified. The water started getting real dirty. With just blood from the slaughtering of, this horrific things have occurred that we have not been told about. You're not taught about Tesla in your history books. You're taught about Edison, and there's a reason for this. Tesla harnessed the energy from the air, free, the water. The universe as we know it operates on harmony and frequency and vibration. And when you get connected to this, this veil that I'm talking about will very much get lifted, and you'll be able to, at this point, discern what is real and what is not. This is the point where you need to get to this stage, and you need to get to it fast. Because I'm also going to upload several other videos on this channel about various other things that I think we need to awaken to, and one of them is going to be CERN. One of them is, well, I'll just leave it at that for now, but we need to awaken to some of these things. Not recently with the Paris attacks, for example, what we are told about that is not what actually occurred. Much of this stuff has been completely engineered, completely planned, and sacrifices are occurring in these dark vibrations. Please know that they're sacrificing your soul. You're sacrificing your soul at this point now knowingly on a daily basis. Just being enslaved to it, just supporting it. And there's no shades of gray with this. When you support anything genetically modified or anything that's in a package that's adding to the poisons of the earth, we need to stop supporting this chaos and this confusion, and you're unknowingly supporting it now. And we need to awaken to this, because when we stop poisoning the earth is when we start to heal and correct the earth. We need to correct the earth just like we correct the vibrations within our own temple, and it's not easy to do. My colon was, you would be amazed at all the stuff that came out of me, and it will come out of you too. At one point I was doing 2 coffee enemas a day, and then of course I backed off, and now I do several a week, but I'll go through phases where I'll do I'll do 2 weeks with one every day, and then I'll take a break from it. I don't think we need to get our body in any kind of habitual pattern with something that is not extremely natural, and we need to, which this is, the coffee enemas are, but, just enemas in general. Organically, we wouldn't have had to do this because we've all just been consuming herbs that the earth grew organically. We wouldn't have issues. We wouldn't have to detoxify. We wouldn't have to do this type of thing, but the air has been so poisoned, and our bodies have been so poisoned and loaded with heavy metals and chemicals that we've got to work to rid this calcification, the layers and layers of putrefaction, the parasites, the overgrowth of overgrowth of candida, fungal, parasitic mucous membranes that are attached to every single cell in your body and locking your body down. The gut flora needs to be in balance with the rest of the body. Everything has to be balanced. This is what the point of this video is. Everything is connected to everything else. And when you dot the I's and cross the T's with what I'm referring to, you awaken to the illusion. Heaven is a state of consciousness. It's an arousal of this divine energy. It starts at the base of the spine. It goes all the way up, all of the other vibrational vortex points, and it radiates. This energy is sacred. We absorb this prana through our subtle bodies unknowingly by being enslaved to these low frequencies, this music, just the phone that is always on your body or around your body, or your computer that is always around your body. You're absorbing these subtle energies, and this is further accelerating the aging process and the free radical process within the body. This is oxidizing the cells in a very, very horrific manner, and we are outright aging ourselves, being so connected to all of this technology and having these things within our auric energy field. And see, when you awaken to this, you don't want to be around all this stuff. These vibrations will affect you, and they try to inflict you, and you've got to protect yourself from this, and this is what you truly awaken to. You awaken to the fact that we're bombarded with hundreds of thousands of misfrequencies knowingly. I mean, they know that they're doing this. They know that the music is tuned off. They know that there's a Wi-Fi tower on every corner, an electric power plant on every corner, emitting a dirty current, a DC current. Edison was for Morgan Stanley supported Thomas Edison and pulled funding from Tesla, Nikola Tesla, because of the money. Because they discovered that there could be money made on this. And see, there's just a few of these families that are still in control to this very day that print the money that we use to buy things. This is one family that owns this. This is not even a part of the established government, and this is insanity. It's insanity that we are given a literal certificate upon arrival that is part of a corporation. I mean, enslave us from and poison the body instantly too when you're born with all of these vaccinations. I mean, oh my goodness. And then we wonder why we're rampant with autism and rampant with all of these horrific fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and all of these crazy things. We wonder why we're at this point in the world today. And let me tell you something about that. It's just going to get worse. It's going to get worse unless we awaken to some of the stuff that I'm referring to in this video, because the poisons aren't going anywhere unless we stand up against them. We've got to rise up and rise up fast against some of these atrocious things. And let me tell you something, you're not going to rise up against it by voting. Both sides of this coin are completely rigged. This is a war machine. Our government is a machine of enslavement, enforcement, and it is warmongering. It is fear mongering. All of the mainstream media are owned by just a handful of families, and what you are told and shown is not real. Most of this stuff is completely fabricated, and see, you can discern this really fast when you detoxify the body. You'll recognize what is truthful and what is not. Your own soul will tell you, your own vibrations will tell you what you need when you start to begin to detoxify, because the body will get in sync with this rhythmic pattern of oneness, this divine creator source energy that is abundant within us. We need to activate this Christ consciousness within and just ascend up out of it through the silver lining and discover that there is so much more out there that we need to experience. Most of the population won't experience what I'm referring to because they'll stay enslaved to the low frequencies. They'll stay hanging around those other people that ooze and resonate in low vibrations. See, when you awaken and you start to shift these frequencies, you start to transmute these dark vibrations into higher vibrations, you're not going to want to be around a lot of the people that you may currently be around, because unless they begin to awaken too, you don't need to subject yourself to known inflictions on a daily basis by hanging around all these people that are oozing all these parasites and low vibrations, and enslaved to all of this music, enslaved to all of this video game playing, enslaved to all this television watching, enslaved to not being connected to the earth, with the sun, with the birds and the bees and the butterflies and the trees. All of this other stuff is distracting. You're programmed into this from the very beginning, is my point with that. Programmed in, and you're following along. And we need to break this program. We need to deconstruct this matrix. We need to awaken. We need to shift and transmute the low vibrations into high vibrations. We need to transmute the hate into love. The fear, the worry, the chaos to happiness, joy, bliss, nirvana, peace. Why are we thinking that voting for someone's going to make a difference when they're all connected to this war machine? This fear and this chaos, all this craziness. I will never vote for somebody unless they're against all forms of enslavement and giving the land away for free and letting us all become farmers. This is the only person I'll ever vote for. Anything else, you're actually conforming to that system of enslavement. We need to break free from these systems of enslavement. That's what I'm saying. To do that, you got to turn the TV off. You got to stop playing the video games. These video games are keeping you programmed directly into the matrix, and then you're turning also on the music that's a 440 hertz, further locking you down. See, most people never resonate outside of the 3D because the root and the sacral, this divine energy that's at the base, is locked down. This is where all of this sexual energy and all this lustfulness and all of this low vibrations, honestly, that's where it is stemming from, is that base energy within the body. And this is what's keeping you very much here and present in hell. That's what we are in currently, as hell. You have to find heaven, and you have to find, it's within this state of consciousness that we can all ascend to. These vibrations are here, and you need to get connected to it by simply taking your shoes off in the soil. You need to be connected to the soil as much as possible if you're trying to heal the body. You need to juice, and you need to juice in abundance, because the enzyme absorption starts in the jawline inside the mouth. The reason we're currently sick is because we're working too much to digest our food that we've consumed, and we've consumed food that's not even enzyme compatible. Most of the food has been cooked, so it contains no nutrients, and this sits and putrefies in the gut. The parasites are feeding off of this food, getting what little nutrients is in this food for themselves to grow larger within you, wreaking additional havoc on your body, and you're being depleted currently. The calcium is being leached out of your bones, and your bones are weakening. This is because we are malnourished, and the juicing can flood the cells with nourishment fast, and that's what this channel is going to be about. So I'm also going to do many more juicing videos where I talk about different concoctions that we can juice. You know, you need to be juicing garlic in the beginning. It's the active component, allicin, and the allicin in the garlic is active for about 60 seconds. That's it. My mouth is dry, so I just took a drink. And the cloves of the garlic, do 2 or 3 of those. And do it right on top of your juice glass, and then drink this down, and this is going to rocket your vibrations to the stars. It's going to work to rid some of these parasitic conditions. It's going to get in there fast. The cloves of the garlic don't play around, but the active components are only synergistically active for about 60 seconds after you crush or grind this. Just if you want to really get healthy and are serious about ridding your parasitic state, start consuming a large quantity of these. I'm not joking about that. The garlic will pretty much take care of all of your issues. People don't find healing within garlic because they're consuming it in a heated form, a powdered form, a form that's nutrient deficient. And we need to go back and start consuming this the way Mother Nature intended, and that is clove at a time, and in abundance too, I might add. You say, well, I don't really want to smell like garlic all day. Well, I'm going to tell you to detoxify your body, and then you won't have any kind of odor at all. When the body is clean and the temple is clean and you've rid the layers and layers of sludge, that was a blissful side effect with me going all raw and detoxifying my colon, was I no longer stank. I don't have to wear nasty I don't have to wear deodorant now and slather lots of things underneath my arms to prevent an odor because the temple is clean. And see, I'm telling you, you can get to this stage too. Just start pressing into these divine phytonutrients, and they'll actually get you there quite fast if you get aggressive with it. You cannot be further toxifying the temple during this process. If you're wanting to awaken and activate the soul, you can't do it on prescription medications. Please know this. All of these medications are keeping the root and the base energies locked down because it's toxifying the liver. The liver and the colon, these lower base energies are locked down. This is interconnected to the mucous membranes in the body. The endocrine system is connected directly to all of the organs and all of the cells, and we need to activate each and balance each and every single one of them to heal our condition, and they all need to be in harmony together. And that's really when you will find that this Merkaba, this energy field, will at this point really, really radiate out high, and then it will then protect you from some of these low vibrations and these low misfrequencies, and you'll become highly, highly aware of them, and you're not really going to want to subject yourself to them any longer than you have to. That's the reason why certain days, on heavy chemical days, I won't go outside, because I'll just know that the air is super, super toxic. And then I try to go, when I do go out, I try to go around a community of trees and a forest where not much is coming down on me, but the air that we're subjected to on a daily basis is being laden with poisons that are literally raining down on people. I mean, people are suffering from Morgellons and these horrific parasitic diseases, because that's who's controlling the world that we live in, is parasites. And they feed off of your dead energy and your low vibrations. They feed off your worry and your fear and your chaos. They want to keep you from activating what I'm referring to, this divine sacred energy, this flower of life, this creator source, this love vibration. The fact that they even spray the organic apples, every single apple has a film and a layer of toxins on it. This is what I was saying with earlier when I said that nothing really is truly organic anymore, because our soil is poisoned. It's toxic and it's dirty. How do you expect nutrients to come out of this soil when toxins are raining down in such an abundance on the earth, all over the earth? It's insanity. It's insanity, and it's time to wake up. And I get really passionate about it because the world is in such a deep, deep slumber. Programmed in, playing their video games and watching their television. I mean, my goodness. When are we going to awaken to this? This is the reason you're sick. This is the reason why there's fear and worry in your mind, is because you're connected to all of these low vibrations. When you're detoxifying the body, I challenge you to get out of these vibrations. Protect your energy field around your body from these low vibrations. Build a Faraday cage in your bedroom while you're detoxifying with copper. Put copper over all the plugs, anything that's trying to emit dirty into your frequency, low vibratory into your body. Protect your body from this. I'm serious. I can't stress that enough if you're trying to detoxify. You have no idea how we are bombarded. Get yourself a grounding sheet. Sleep on and in a grounding sheet. Being underneath you and above you. You need to protect the entire body. If you're seriously sick or diseased, advanced stage of cancer, and you've got to do something fast to correct it, get a fully masticating juicer and juice 10, 12, 14 times a day, and do a coffee enema a day, and apply some essential oils, and get yourself grounded, and keep yourself grounded at all times. This is how you will effectively heal and rid some of these horrific conditions that we have. When you get aggressive with things like the garlic and the ginger and the turmeric and the grapefruit and the all of the phytonutrients, even including the apple, this will bring the body back into harmony. The malic acid and the pectin in the green apple help the greens and the other phytonutrients to become better absorbed. So you don't have to suffer through this process. Please know this. Please know this. What I'm talking about is not suffering whatsoever. It's actually quite blissful when you awaken to this. You're not currently craving the rainbow Swiss chard or the kale or the watercress or the dandelion because of a parasitic toxic condition. So we start to work to rid some of the toxins from the colon. You have to begin with the colon and the liver, and then you can get into more of the deeper parasitic issues that are along the spine, infesting the brain. These are a little bit more difficult to rid, but we've got to start with the colon and the liver. The colon has got to be cleaned out, and the green coffee bean, a bean that's not roasted or burned, will stimulate this, and I can't stress that enough either. And so I'm probably going to do a whole video where I talk about that, coffee enemas and the benefits of coffee enemas, because I found them so beneficial for me personally. You talk about a euphoric high after you expel back out these toxins, and then you juice. It takes many nutrients to run that system. If you're wanting a coffee enema, don't just think you can do a coffee enema and not juice in abundance along with it, because it doesn't work that way. It takes many, many nutrients for this system to run, but it produces much more than that. And this is what we need, but because it takes nutrients to run, we need to give the body nutrients while we're doing this. So if you're wanting to do a coffee enema, I challenge you to juice 8 to 10 times that day, or 12 times that day. And this is how you effectively begin to heal your condition. I challenge you, if you're serious with it, just start juicing 3 or 4 times a day, then advance to 6 or 7 times a day, then advance to 10 or 12 times a day, and then work to where you're incorporating a coffee enema in fast. If you're extremely sick, you can do this after the 2nd or 3rd day. Please know this. But, ideally, we've got to go slow. We cannot push the body too fast with the healing. I do actually recommend most people do a coffee enema a few days after they've started juicing. You can get aggressive with the juicing pretty fast, but if you're not serious with it and you're still dabbling with these low vibratory, dead vibratory foods, this is what I'm talking about for you. You're not going to be wanting to do a lot of coffee enemas if you continue to eat dead food. That's only going to continue to putrefy and acidify your colon. The body is acidic. The body is not. There's the three organs in our body should be slightly more acidic in nature: our stomach and our saliva, to protect us from these bacteria and these parasites. But everything else needs to be alkaline. And currently, the food that you're consuming is not alkaline. So how then are you going to heal your condition when you're not consuming the foods that are required by the cells for proper nourishment and energy? The cells are comprised of simple sugars, and we get that within the fruits and the vegetables that we can juice. We get our energy from these fruits and these vegetables in their whole form, in their organic form, where no heat or no chemicals or no synthetic processes have been introduced to them. So to get to this point, we really need to become a farmer, because I just don't trust much of the soil currently on the whole world. I am thankful for you. I'm grateful and I'm thankful, because there have been so many people that has already found so much healing just in messages that have been shared. And that is why I am here, for no other reason. I just want to help. I have an abundance of love in my heart that I love to give. And see, when you're activated, you awaken to this. You awaken to the fact that you just want to give. The body will continue to produce this energy where you're just going to want to give. I love helping others. I love doing for others, because this in turn raises my vibrations. I love to spread this message. This is what life is about. Helping everyone else awaken to the highest vibration, which is love. This is how collectively we will shift and transmute this dark energy into higher frequencies, is through love. Get connected with this and the phytonutrients, and with the sun, and with the earth, and with the rhythmic patterns of all of the universe, and this veil will begin to uplift. The pineal gland will be secreting high, and there will be no sickness and there will be no disease. When you become an aromatherapist, a massage therapist, a reflexologist, and a farmer, that's when you heal your body and you heal your soul. You heal your body and you awaken the soul. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. I talked a little bit longer than I wanted to, actually, but I really feel like I gave a lot of good information, or maybe I did. I just really needed to get some of that was on my heart out, as far as waking up and as far as what I believe things to be currently in this world. I'm going to do more videos where I expose some things that I think we simply need to awaken to, but I'm not asking you to give your energy to that. We don't need to give our energy to these dark things and this fear and this worry and this chaos. Just get enough of it, get enough of the frequency to awaken to it, and then you're going to want to resonate higher than the net and not be so locked down to all of the news and all of the programming that you're currently conditioned to, indoctrinated into receiving. The soul is programmed upon coming in, and we've got to deprogram this to regress and to know that we came from love, we came from the highest energy, the highest vibration. We were all created from this energy, and we're all interconnected. Everything is interconnected with everything else, and when we get in sync with this, in harmony with this, you'll discover that everything will be as it should be at that point, because there will be no wars. People innately do not want wars and chaos. We don't want to kill each other. I mean, these are parasitic conditions that we would ever think that anything could be resolved by war. All of these wars have been engineered and structured. We're not taught this in our history books, and I'm simply asking you to do some research on some of the stuff I'm talking about. I'm a truth teller. I'm an eye-opener, and I'm going to share some truths with you just so that you can start to awaken to them, and whether you choose to walk through that door and walk that path is up to you, but I'm going to give you the tools and the keys to be able to do it, because I believe this information should be free and it should be in abundance for everyone. We should all activate this divine auric field in the body. Is what my purpose is to help others awaken to this, because we need some other high vibratory souls currently in this matrix that we're living in, because there's just simply too much darkness. There's too much darkness inflicting all areas and all respects, and when you awaken and the veil gets lifted, you will recognize this, and you're going to want to rise up against it. You're going to want to push back. I am tired of the poisons in the air and the food and the water and the lies that we're told, and so I'm going to rise up against this darkness like a rainbow iridescent auric energy field that's going to transmute dark energies and low vibrations to love. There will be no states of chaos and confusion in these frequencies when more people awaken to this. Darkness doesn't stand a chance. And we will not live in fear from the truth that we tell. We will make this information public, and we are going to awaken the masses. I challenge you, if you've listened to this far, you're still with me, start making a difference. Tell someone else about the poisons in the food and the air and the water and the vaccinations, the poisons in the pharmaceuticals. Tell others about these atrocious things and help others to get themselves up out of these low misfrequencies. This is how you do your part. This is why you're here. Everything else is noise and chaos and confusion. You hanging around with your friends and playing video games all day. What is this contributing to the awakening of all of the souls? It's not. And so it's all a distraction. If you're not connected to this divine blissful vibration, you're disconnected from it. And there's no shade of gray with this. There's only one path, and that path is very, very narrow. And a majority of the world is not going to be on that path. They're not. They're enslaved and locked down with parasitic conditions. I want everyone to awaken to this. That's why I'm here, and that's why you're here. I'm not anything special, but I'm gonna use what little my voice is heard to the best of my ability. So I will be making many short videos about turmeric and detoxification herbs, wormwood, and chaga, nigella sativa, jalapeno, chili peppers, turmeric, lemon, and I'll make them short to where more people will want to hear them, and then after more people will want to hear them, they'll begin to detoxify. And then maybe they'll watch a few other videos and they'll begin to awaken just a little bit more. And see, you can do this same thing. You can use your voice to help others to awaken just by spreading the good news. Tell people that they don't have to be hurting in misery when they can get a fully masticating juicer and just juice. We need to separate the fiber away from the amino acids to heal our condition. So your digestive system can get a break. This is why I'm an advocate of juicing, of course. You know that. That's all this channel's about, and that's what I'll revert back to, is juicing videos and essential oil videos, because I'll never stop talking about those. But I envision in time this channel being a gardening channel, and so you will actually see me in the videos. This is working quite well for me, by the way, with me being behind the camera, because I've got my dog next to me, and I just like to flow when I make these videos. For this one, I didn't have anything prepared to do. I had just juiced, and I thought, well, I need to make a video, not knowing really what I would make a video on, and then this is simply just what flowed out. And I probably could do it a second time and shorten it and do it a little more efficiently, but this isn't how I was resonating at the time, and so that's just going to flow forth, and I'm not going to question myself in that sense. I don't like to do more than one take on any of my videos, so that's what you see is what you get when you sit down and listen to one of my videos. And the reason the background is as it is for meditational purposes, because when you're looking at someone constantly, you're a lot of times not really listening to what they're saying, because you're noticing features on their face, or you're looking for judgments or imperfections or flaws, because see, you've got an issue within where your ego has had to protect you from being hurt in the past. From being lied to, from being stepped on, from being spit on, from being pushed, from being beaten down. And you've got to transmute these low vibrations. You've got to learn to let go. You have to learn to open up. You have to learn to love. You have to completely surrender to these vibrations. It's very, very difficult to silence the mind. I had a really difficult time silencing my mind. I would start to sleep at night, and I would be replaying my day in my head, or I would be thinking about the very next day and what needed to be done, or I would be worrying about something that had occurred that day, or I thought, well, I did this today, but I need to be doing this, or I should have done this better, or next time I won't do this. And see, all of these thoughts are in the head, and the mind is unfocused. The ascension and the activation of the Merkaba aura will not occur within all of this thinking and these low vibrations, this worry, fear, doubt, confusion. These are all of the illusion. And when the veil starts to get lifted for you, you'll awake to this, and you'll know more about what I'm talking about. And I'm challenging you to do that. That's what this channel is going to be about. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to be in pain and in misery any longer. The phytonutrients will take care of you, and through this process, other things will happen, and I'm simply trying to prepare you for it. You don't have to believe everything that I speak in this video. Just look it up and research it. That's all this is for. Don't believe anything anybody tells you, because most of the time people are going to tell you known misfrequencies. Knowing low vibrations is what's being spread today about a lot of even the herbs and medicinals, and this is very, very unfortunate. I'm going to ask you to detoxify your own body and then get in frequency with these vibrations. Discover how they vibrate to know how to be in harmony with it. There's no set thing to take at a set time. You have to rotate all of the phytonutrients to heal the body. You have to hit it from different angles. If you're extremely sick, you hit those different angles and those reflexology points on your hand and your feet with different essential oils. Then massage other specific oils over that coordinating part of the body. A synergistic response occurs within the temple. Healing starts to occur. You massage essential oils into the base of your spine, all up and down your spine, into the bottom of the feet, the crown of the head. you start to synchronize with these vibrations. The plant essences will get you there fast. The frankincense, the lemon, the clove, the lavender. Press into these oils. Press into these oils. The eucalyptus, the rosemary, the thyme, all of them. They're how you reverse conditions. That's how you de-age your body, as you press into the raw, divine, live phytonutrients. Mother Nature provided these in abundance organically in this Garden of Eden, but we have turned it and converted it into hell. And it's time to awaken to this. I thank you. I'm grateful to you. My dog is asleep next to me. I'm probably going to juice again, actually. Before I juiced maybe 5 times today, but that's probably 2 times too many. I need to be juicing even more than that. I'm not really getting, I need to start practicing what I preach too, as far as the abundance of phytonutrients. But I've just been helping so many people recently that I have sometimes neglected my own vibrations, and we should not do this. We should not ever be at a stage where we are neglecting our own vibrations for another person. We've got to correct our own self first before we can begin to help other people. You've got to silence the mind. Go off into the woods for a while by yourself. Take 4, 5, 6 days, 7 days, a week, 2 weeks to be away from all of these low vibrations and just discover who you are. Discover what you like to do. Discover what means something to you, and you'll find that you're currently connected to something that doesn't make you happy. At the soul level, these are all simple guilty pleasures is what they are. We're addicted to all of these guilty pleasures. We find comfort in them. Awaken and find comfort in this divine vibration, this Christ consciousness, this divine energy. Jesus was awakened to this, and he was connected to this, and he was activated. Miracles performed from his Merkaba, his wand, his frequencies and vibrations were activated, and healing and miracles occurred. Why do you think we're not told about Jesus between the ages of 12 and 13? 12 or 13 and, in his 30s, 32, 33, depending on which version you read. Because this is what was occurring. This was being activated. Read some ancient texts, you discover that he traveled to Tibet, to India. He traveled the world. Obtaining wisdom and knowledge. And he fully activated, and he taught the message of love. That's all. If you want to read the holy text, I challenge you to read the original Ethiopian Bible that includes the book of Enoch. Much of the versions that we're currently reading are versions of the truth that have been mistranslated. And when you awaken, you'll awaken to this too, because God is not a hateful, spiteful, revengeful frequency. This is not creator source energy. Anything else is a fairy tale. Is some lies and some misfrequencies. And you awaken to this, you're able to discern really what is true and what isn't. I still love to read the holy book, but I read the ancient text that's been translated pure. King James doesn't need to put a spin on this holy word and edit and take things out. This is insanity that you're reading this book and you're claiming to be a religious person, or you're claiming to be a Christian, but yet you poison the temple on a daily basis, and you're always connected to these low vibrations, the television, the computers, the video games, the poisons that we're addicted to, the sex that we're constantly having, the masturbation that we're always doing. the satisfying, the lower root self, the 3D self. You will age yourself with all of this, expelling all of these oils. We need to keep the oil within the temple to increase the vibrations and to heal our condition. This orgasmic energy needs to stay within the vessel. This is how you heal your condition, how you ascend up out of it. It's retaining this essence within and vibrate each of the energy points in the body in harmony with one another. Everything's in sync with everything else because everything is interconnected, and it's easier to do when you press into the juicing and the essential oils. That's what I want to teach more about, because when you really press into the essential oils is really when you can begin to heal. I couldn't have done it without essential oils. I couldn't have done it as fast as I did it without essential oils, because I used lavender. I used loads and loads of lavender and clove in the beginning. I'll just tell you that right. And lemon. Loads and loads of lemon, lavender, and clove, and frankincense. Those are some staples. Ginger, turmeric, the black pepper. These are Nigella sativa. These are staples for it being done fast. So get aggressive with it fast if you want to reverse some of the conditions that you're experiencing. Press into the coffee enemas. Do this because you're going to expel so many toxins and poisons out. It instantly works to purify and to cleanse and to stimulate. That's all it does. And then juice directly after, and then juice again after that, and juice and juice and juice. Flood the cells with nourishment in abundance, and this is how you will heal. You can actually de-age yourself. I believe this. I'm a big believer of this. I'm a big believer in the fact that you can reverse some damage that you've inflicted on yourself if you really get serious with this. But see, there's no shade of gray with this. You can't juice and then continue to eat all of this dead vibratory food and expect to awaken. Press into the live enzymes is all I'll tell you, and the more you press into them, the more you're going to want to press into them. Be in harmony and meditation when you press into the juicing, and you will recognize the fact that you're absorbing those nutrients in your jaw. That's where the digestive process starts. Most of us are sick because we're not properly chewing our food. We need to be chewing and liquefying our food 20, 30, 40 chews before we swallow this food to liquefy this food so that our digestive system doesn't have to do all this work. If we would do this, we would discover that some things actually could pass through the stomach acidity and then work to increase the vibrations in other parts of our body. And see, turmeric is not getting there for most people. It's not being passed through the stomach. We have to rectally retain this oil. We have to apply this oil to our skin. We have to apply this oil to our spine, to our abdominal area, to the crown of our head. I'm going to discuss all of this, how we can effectively use and benefit from the curcuminoids, because that won't play around with some fierce healing fast if you get serious with it. Combine it with the coconut and the black pepper and frankincense, and you've got yourself a little healing elixir that's going to take care of most of your pain and your inflammation. The ginger and the turmeric will not play around. Internal use, topical use, diffusing, all methods of application are healing for those two roots. And I'm going to be doing many videos on both of those roots in the future, so just get ready for that too. Many wonderful things are in store. And I really didn't mean to talk this long, but I had some stuff that was pressing on me to get out, because I'm going to be uploading videos on this channel. It may seem like, what does this have to do about a channel for health and healing? And see, there's a process that occurs through the healing, and that's the awakening process as well. So you really start to awaken to much of what we're told and shown and taught not being real. Most of what they're doing right now currently with the Large Hadron Collider is quite dark. There's quite a lot of darkness current. All of the All of the television shows that are on TV today are about some large particle collider going awry. I'm talking about all the superhero television shows. Some super collider going awry and things happening as a result. And you have to ask yourself why this is. We're being programmed here. We're being programmed for what they want to bring forth. And we have to stop this. We have to deconstruct this darkness. We have to transmute these low vibrations into high vibrations, and it's going to require you to at least awaken to some of this. So if you don't believe some of what I'm telling you about the music, research 432 versus 440. Watch some videos on semantics. Watch how the flower of life forms in the grains of sand when it's subjected to this 432 frequency as opposed to 440. You will then no longer want to listen to this music, and it's emitting from every channel out of the radio station to this day. That's all the music is. So either get a 432 tuner or make your own music, or just don't listen to it. There were a few artists, classical composers, that played music in this divine frequency organically, and we need to listen to the harmonious frequencies to increase our vibration. There's many things that you can many ways you can heal the body, and through the phytonutrients is only one, because your sound, your sense of smell. You get you some tingshaws like this and lightly tap them, and then hold one on each side of your head by your ears. This is going to help to clear the mind. It's going to help to silence the chaos and the confusion. The incense that I'm constantly burning is frankincense, usually frankincense and myrrh. I take sacred frankincense a few times a day. I will usually take 1 or 2 drops under my tongue every day. And then I'll give myself a period of a couple days without it, or a couple weeks without it, and then I'll go back to it and just experience it on a whole nother level the very next time. And I'll do the same thing with the coffee enemas. I'll do the same thing with the turmeric. I'll do the same thing with the ginger. And I stay in harmony with all of these, oftentimes at the very same time. The shaga, I'll do a video on that, because that contains superoxide dismutase. We need to be stimulating these master antioxidants in the body. This is how we reverse damage. The shaga, the turmeric, the goji berry, the frankincense, the myrrh, the helichrysum, the rose, this rose of Sharon. These will increase your vibrations fast. Surround yourself as you're detoxifying with crystals. This is turquoise. This is a turquoise piece. Turquoise is a divine ancient stone. Wonderful, wonderful healing stone. I'll do a video on that sometime, because each of these carry healing frequencies and vibrations. Please know this. This is the reason why I surround myself with crystals. Crystals would help to heal your condition. You're laughing at that now, but purify and cleanse your stones with some frankincense and some sage and some purified water, shungite infused flowing water over your stones to cleanse these negative frequencies that are on them. Because see, they just absorb and take up all of the. If your crystals around television or all these EMF devices, they're absorbing these frequencies. They're being bombarded with these frequencies, and sometimes we need to purify this and activate this. The stones are activated much like the human body is. And so just because you've got a stone currently doesn't mean that this is going to raise your vibrations. Cleanse and purify your stone. Put positive intentions through thought, and thought carries vibration, so you can literally transfer this thought to a stone, and then this stone can then work to rapidly increase your vibration. Stones are very, very healing. Sound therapy, stones. I will dry brush every morning when I wake up, my entire body. and then I will take a shower, and I will turn the water super hot, and then back to ice cold, and I will do that usually a couple of times, extreme heat and then extreme cold, and stimulate the senses in this manner to start to reverse some damage done. And then after the shower, I will apply a solution in jojoba, clove, lemon, cinnamon, rosemary, thyme. These are protecting oils. And then I will layer that 15 or 20 minutes later with coconut oil before I go outside, because coconut oil has a little bit larger molecular size, and usually that coconut oil has some clove, and clove is very protecting. I use it quite a bit, and it's pretty cheap oil. You can even make your own clove with the cloves. So we all need to be using lots and lots of clove and lavender in the beginning, and you can grow lavender yourself. It grows in small spaces. I've got some growing over there right now, and I juice lavender in the evening time to calm me down. I will extract the oil, and I will use this oil to calm me down. And lavender does everything. It's anti-parasitic, antifungal, antimicrobial, antibacterial, you name it. It's going to take care of lavender, lemon, clove. These are some basic oils that you need to get yourself familiar with, because if you start to use all of these, how can you not reverse some of these conditions fast? I mean, I'm serious. I'm serious with this. Get serious with these things, and they're going to get serious back with you. Okay? And that's what I want to try to express in some of these videos, because I don't want anyone to have to suffer. It's very, very frustrating. So many people suffering. I mean, at the soul level, being so asleep and in so much pain and misery. It's horrific. And it shouldn't be this way. And now that you've listened to this, you're called to do what I'm doing as well. We've got to get outside of our little comfort zone to help other people awaken. There are people in this world today that don't have food to eat and don't have water to drink, okay? So your little bubble that you're currently in, thinking everything is hunky-dory with your organic lifestyle, is not conducive to everyone else. And we need to awaken to this. We need to work to help heal the world. No one should suffer. No one should be in pain. No one should be in misery. Come here, Bubby. My dog is here. He was probably wanting a treat. Come here. Let me try to get him more in the picture so you can see him. Come here. He likes the purple carrots. Dogs like raw. Dogs shouldn't be eating all this dead cooked food either, by the way. Our animals aren't supposed to be eating all this dead enzymes. My dog eats all raw. And he's the healthiest dog ever. He came into my life abundant as a blessing. Just one day he was just at my door when I was leaving. And the funny thing about that is, it was during a really low point. I had gone through some struggles. I had separated from a very, very dear friend of mine, and see, sometimes we have to separate ourselves from these low vibrations for divine things to happen. But I was feeling low, and I didn't really need carrots, but I wanted more carrots, and I thought I needed to juice more carrots, and I was out of carrots. So I was going to go to the store. I didn't really need anything other than carrots, and so I could have done without because I had other things, but I really felt an urgency to go and get these carrots. I felt like something was going to happen that needed to happen, and so I was connected with this energy, and I just decided to go to the store. It was late at night. I didn't really need to even get out, and when I left my apartment, he was right outside the door. He came right up to me, and I assumed that he belonged to somebody else because there were other people outside, but no. I took him around the neighborhood thinking someone was going to claim him, and nobody claimed him, and he had been abandoned and just dropped off, and he had been also abused. and he has completely transmuted. I think he was very, very parasitic when I first got him. He was malnourished, he was underweight, he was very thirsty, very nutrient deficient, so horrific that people do this to animals. We've got too many animals in the world today suffering. This is so sad. This is so sick. And we need to work to change this, because if you're just sitting back and in agreement and in a comfort zone with all of this, your soul's not activated. The pineal gland is not activated, and you're locked down in the root and the sacral low vibrations. When you awaken, you're going to want to help other people as fast as possible. As fast as possible. You're going to want to scream and preach and shout this good word to everyone, because we don't have to suffer. No one has to suffer. This is not something difficult to do. The world collectively awakening is not something that's going to be difficult to happen. We all become farmers. Overnight, we all start growing things. We can trade these back and forth with one another, and then we've got food. We have no need to buy food. I mean, hello. I mean, what else do we need to pay for? Energy? Well, the energy, we can harness it free from the air, from the water. It's everywhere. We just have to harness this energy correctly and cleanly. And this is already being done. It's just being suppressed. All of this stuff is being suppressed from you to keep you enslaved, and we need to awaken to this. Have a great day. I'm grateful for you. Stay tuned I'll probably do 2 or 3 parts on turmeric next. I'll do one just specifically on the benefits of the oil. Then I'll do one on mechanism of application, and then I'll do one on I really think we need to be doing more juicing of the turmeric. Just juice the turmeric in the raw enzyme form, combine it with ginger, a little bit of black pepper, and this is really going to work to increase your vibrations. But then additionally, you can apply this as an oil paste concoction, and you can take this oil paste concoction mixture a couple of times a day, and it's really going to work to rid some of these conditions that we have. I'm going to really get into it deep on turmeric and how it can heal us. But I'm thankful. I really am. The channel has really grown, and I am so grateful for this. And I honestly think that this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning for what I have to say, and I'm nothing special. I claim to be no one. I'm just a soul that's awakened, and I want to spread this good news and this good word. And I love the setup of my videos, because I try to keep it just meditational, where you just focus on the divine, sacred geometry of the flower of life, or whatever painting or whatever. This is what we need to surround ourselves with. This is why you find what you find in my videos. You find the plants and the copper and the selenite and the beeswax and the shungite. This is a whole bowl of shungite, and shungite adds what's called fullerenes to the water, and it's water that is antihistaminic, anti-aging water. This is a carbon fullerene that reverses damage rapidly. The shaga. I'm serious about this. Stay tuned for that video, because I'm excited to share about what this can do for you. And see, most people aren't benefiting from this now because they're not consuming it in the correct form. Too much processing of some of these herbs is stripping the phytonutrient components. Sometimes we just need to go back organic and just juice and just consume the ginger in the whole form. I eat ginger just straight. I love it, and there's nothing quite like it to increase your vibrations. But my favorite way to consume it is to juice it and just get the phytonutrients that are contained within it. And then with my pulp, I also make I'll make a chia paste, and I will use all of the pulp for my juicing, and I will fix a whole tray of this pita style pulp. It looks like a bread, looks like a pita bread, but I season it. I'll put different seasonings on each batch, and these seasonings taste so blissful. You won't need anything else. You eat all raw, and your body will get the nutrients that it needs, and every single craving will be satisfied with the raw enzymes. I'm serious. Press into it. You say you can't right now because you can't afford it. Well, I'm telling you to get some seeds and start doing it. Start growing some of these things that I'm talking about. They grow in small spaces. There's no excuse for not getting healthy, guys. You're eating toxic now, so save some money from one or two of these toxic meals and just skip them. And save money and use the seeds for that. Check your local thrift store, health food stores, eBay for juicers, for a fully masticating juicer. Check for just do a search on eBay for fully masticating juicer. Just type in the word masticating juicer and see what pops up, because you'll find that many people have used these once or twice, these $300 and $400 juicers, and then they decide they don't want them, so they'll sell them. So you can find many, many good juicers very, very inexpensively that way. But invest in a fully masticating juicer. If you have not already done that and you're a subscriber to this channel, you need to do it, because this is how you step up your healing. Just press into it. Set your mind to doing this and then do it. And then don't steer anywhere else within these frequencies and vibrations. Don't slide off into a shade of gray with cooked food and dead enzymes. And I'm not saying you can't enjoy what the detoxification process, but if you continue to press into this acidic forming food, it's going to continue to wreak havoc on your body. And when you press into the live amino acids, you only want to go back to them. So get aggressive with them, and you'll find that they're going to take care of you. They really will. All of them. Have a great day.